Hey, what's going on, guys? It's OGCP Da Silva, and welcome back to some Advanced Warfare gameplay. We're playing some TDM on the map Defender, using this weapon that you might have seen from previous Call of Duties before, called the MK-14 Assault Rifle, which is a semi-automatic. And a lot of the videos that I've seen personally on YouTube of Advanced Warfare, the few that I've seen, kidding, I'm kidding, there are hundreds of videos of Advanced Warfare right now. That's all the craze, of course, but a lot of the videos that I've seen have been featured with automatic assault rifles. A lot of people are using automatics, not so much of the semi-automatic. So hopefully I'm of the very few who you've seen use this weapon or using the semi-automatics, and if I'm the first, well then, even better. But anyways, enjoy that in the background. I'm not going to talk about the gameplay. I'm going to talk about something that will help improve your gameplay and all of our gameplays here as we struggle with this game, right? A lot of us are struggling and a lot of us are getting frustrated with this game, but there are two things that I want to differentiate between, because I think a lot of us are kind of, I guess, confused about the two. You know, not everybody knows the difference between a learning curve and what a skill gap is, okay? So I just wanted to really quickly differentiate between the two, because I feel a lot of people are using them interchangeably and a lot of us are misconstruing both these terms, okay? I know that one helps out the other, so I could tell you guys that really quickly here, and we'll start off with the learning curve. Okay, so what is a learning curve? The learning curve of the game is knowledge of the map, the perks, the locations, your teammates' locations, you know, the visuals on the map, you know, the audio, learning to differentiate between the different sounds, and the red dots on your mini-map. That is very important. That gives the location of your enemies, and you also have to take into consideration the players' play styles, you know, the enemy players' play styles. You know, some people will rush, others are inclined to just sit back and camp it out. You also have to recognize the hot spots. Where are people going to gravitate towards the most? Where is the majority of the action going to be? And what I've learned really quickly while playing this game is I cannot rush the same way that I did in previous Call of Duties. I just can't do it with this game. You know, I will get destroyed, and I have been getting destroyed when approaching the game in that manner. I have learned with this game that I need to approach it a little more conservatively. You know, I can't go out there in the open and expect to pull off these B scores. I have to kind of approach this game a little standoffish. I have to be a little more aware of my environment before I just go out there really quickly and just start dropping people, because it's not going to happen. Even though I am playing at a pretty fast pace over here and it feels like I am rushing, I still am aware of my minimap. I'm looking at the red dots, I'm looking at where the action is, and at the same time, even when people don't pop up on there, I am constantly scanning my environment. You have to be very aware. You know, your visuals account for a lot of your kills in this game. You know, your map awareness is huge in this game itself, you know, and your audio is also a huge thing. So I would highly recommend, if you guys have headsets, to use those and use them to your advantage, because a lot of the people in here, you hear the footsteps in this, and sometimes you're able to get a drop on the enemy, and when someone's coming up behind you, the majority of the time you're able to hear them. Not all the time, because I have gotten killed from the back or from the behind a lot of times and I didn't even know that they were there. But again, that depends on what perks they're using as well, so take into consideration all of that. I just wanted to really quickly highlight the keywords of knowledge being that learning curve and skill gap being your skill in the game. Like, for example, when I started off as a level 1 in this game, my skill was able to outplay my enemies even when they were level 12s and level 20s, even with their knowledge of the game itself. You know, even though I didn't have much experience in this game, my skill level, my aiming, my reflexes helped me out. My skill helped me out in order to, you know, outplay my enemies here. But my skill is only limited by my knowledge of this game. You know, I have to know the map itself. I have to know what guns work well, what attachments work well for me, because each and every person is going to have a different playstyle. Each and every person is going to have certain weapons, certain perks, certain attachments that are going to work best for them. You know, not everything is going to be the same for everybody. You know, you have to utilize something that's going to work for you, you know, to the individual. Not everybody has the same playstyle and, you know, favorite weapons to use, okay? So, you know, just kind of experiment with each and every one, and what works best for you, use that. You know, use every single thing you can to your advantage in order to outplay your enemy. So knowledge and that learning curve of the game itself is what's going to help improve your skill for that skill gap. Okay, so again, just persistence with this game, just stick with it. Is something that's going to help you improve in it. That's what I've seen so far. And yeah, that's basically all I wanted to talk to you guys about. This was a 24-6 gameplay. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. If you did, please leave it a like. I'll catch you guys next time. This is OGCP Da Silva, and I am signing off.